So let's look at passage 4, which focuses on biology. It introduces us to a bird called cuckoo who lays its eggs in the nest of other birds, right? Other bird species, and then whatever happens, happens. But then the next paragraph introduces us to another species now. This species is very good at spotting the cuckoo's eggs. In fact, this is their accuracy rate. Man, I think we would kill for this kind of accuracy in the cat. And then the scientists tried to find out how they are able to spot it. So they studied and they struggled. But then even scientists struggle to separate their eggs visually. But then they dug deeper and they realized that every drongo nest has a particular pattern. Cuckoo can produce that pattern, but to match that pattern with that nest is something that it cannot do, and that's why it becomes rather easy for the drongos to spot the forgeries, right? And then there is a lesson that they've learned from this. And then they say that, okay, going by this, you should not have very many cuckoos around, but then you do have strong numbers throughout Africa. So it means that there are other things at play as well. So let's see, based on the passage, it can be inferred that. So how about A? They are often successful in getting their eggs hatched by other birds. Yes, strong population. If they fail to do that, their population won't be strong. So this is true. B, they lay their eggs in other bird species, not only in fork-tailed drongos. So that's very clearly false. C is there any reference to evolutionary period, their accuracy rate earlier, their accuracy rate now? Nope. So we don't have enough data to go to decide this, so we label it as can't say. How about D? Are they able to do it with great accuracy? No, sir, not at all. They're able to do it 6.3% of the times, which is going to be ridiculously low accuracy. So even this is false. And consequently, our answer here should be option A. Let's have a look at the next one. All of the following are reasons for cuckoos to be able to successfully trick other birds, except, so 3 of them are factors that help cuckoos fool others, 1 of them not. So let's check. Cuckoo chicks' eggs are of same texture as drongo's eggs. Texture. We have talked about size, shape, color, pattern, but the paragraph does not tell us anything about texture. So considering that it is not a part of the paragraph, I'd actually call it can't say. It's not even there. So I wouldn't know whether it's a reason or not. But then they can match the size of drongo's eggs. Yes, it's given as a reason. They can match the shape. Yes, it's given as a reason. They can at times match the right color and pattern 6.3% of the times. Yes. So B, C and D are all reasons behind why cuckoos are able to fool drongos. A is not really mentioned, and therefore in this case A is going to be our answer. Let's have a look at 15th. What is the essence of the passage? Fork-tailed drongos have the evolutionary advantage over cuckoos throughout Africa. No, in fact the very last paragraph says that maybe cuckoos in this area are good at it, but in the other areas not so good. So to say throughout Africa is definitely not true. I'll go with probably false, and therefore it is definitely not the essence. Okay, brood parasitism is rampant among cuckoo and drongos in the wild. Cuckoos, yes. Drongos, do they have brood parasitism? We don't know, and therefore this again can be ruled out as it brings in some external information. Let's have a look at C. It states reasons for which fork-tailed drongos can successfully foil the cuckoo's parasitic intentions. Yes, that's what they focus on, how drongos are able to spot the forgery. D, it concludes that only fork-tailed drongos can spot forged cuckoo eggs. We don't know that these are the only species. Maybe there is some other species as well, and therefore considering D also brings in something extraneous, it can be ruled out, and thus our answer for question number 15 is going to be option C. Here is question number 16. Okay, so if you read the question stem, you'd realize 3 of them will weaken their abilities to trick drongos. one will not. So let's see, the one which will not weaken it is going to be our answer. So A, cuckoo's ability to replicate the egg pattern color combination virtually perfectly. If this happens, if they develop this ability, then it means that cuckoos will be able to successfully trick drongos. It strengthens this notion. It does not weaken. Well, I think this should be the answer, but let's check. Lack of ability in being able to match. This means that they'll not be able to fool it, so weakens. When the drongo is absent, this is going to be irrelevant, right? Neither strengthens nor weakens. The drongo's ability is to be able to spot forged eggs due to evolution and adoption. This again weakens. So between A and C, considering that A strengthens and C is more or less irrelevant, we'd go ahead and choose A as our answer. So for question number 16, A it is, and that takes care of our passage number